Pretty, Prep, and Proper.
Hi YouTube, it's your girl Prep and Proper, and I'm back with another video. So I have gained a lot of followers since being on the Panton Family YouTube channel. Ooh, hey Panton gang, what's up? So I know you guys don't know me that well, and I know I've been on YouTube for about like 5 years now, so all my videos that tell you about me is like way down there. So this is going to be an about me tag. So I did have a couple of questions from YouTube, well, not YouTube, Instagram. So I'm going to answer them right here. You're going to know everything about me, and if you have more questions, feel free to ask. I'm pretty much open book. So let's get into it. Okay, so if you don't know, my name is Prep and Proper, but my real name is Vanessa. Yeah, I am 30 years old now, as you can see from my previous video. If you haven't watched my 30th birthday, what are you doing? Watch that next. I'll leave the link down below or somewhere near here, I guess. Whatever. I'm 30. Look, I was just about to say I'm 29 years old. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a skincare line called Pretty, Prep, and Proper. And you can find it at prepandproper.com or prettyprepandproper.com. You know, that's why right now I have on no makeup, just lip gloss. And that is courtesy of my skincare line. Baby, yes. Again, check it out. What else? So let me get into these questions. Like, these questions are so funny. So the first question is, when did you get born again and start your Christian journey? I love questions like this. So I got saved when I was 24. So that was in 2014. I went through a very bad breakup. You know, this seems like that always happens. Girl get heartbroken, she run to Jesus, but he is the person that is going to mend your broken heart. So of course you're gonna go run into him, and thank God I ran to him instead of into the arms of another man, because I would have been broken even more, and I would have lost my mind. Okay, because I was already there losing my mind. So and it helped me not to be bitter. So that is where I started to develop my Christian walk, because I was not raised in the church. I didn't really have a Christian background, although my grandma did go to a Baptist church. I would visit there. Sometimes I didn't really like it because they were very religious people. Like, they didn't even believe in women wearing pants, like girls wearing pants. And when I was younger, I did not like my legs. So I remember I wore pants, but it was like slacks, church pants. That's what I call them. And the pastor went on the mic and said out loud on the mic, he doesn't ever want to see women wearing pants. And I was the only one wearing pants, and everybody was looking at me because they knew he was talking about me. So ever since that experience, I just kind of didn't really care about going to church. Yeah, I knew there was a God, but then growing up, I used to go to this church that used to pick me up. I remember that they kind of gave me some kind of foundation and kind of helped my belief system. So I knew of Jesus and I knew of God some way, but I did not attend church. I did not pray regularly. I didn't have a real relationship with God. So after that breakup when I was 24, that kind of helped me. But I was 23. I was turning 24 that year because I got saved in April of 2014. So I was 23 years old, and that kind of helped me shape my belief. It kind of helped me build my relationship with Christ right now. And I don't regret it at all. I feel like every person I would recommend Jesus to, because it just feels so right. You know, it's not easy. This Christian walk is not easy, honey. But to know that his grace is sufficient, and no matter what, you're going to get through it. Next question is, would you still put razors under your tongue if you got into a fight? So this must be somebody that's been following me on YouTube or whatnot for a while, because I think I told a story like that. Yes, I used to be a fighter. Yeah, I did. And I did used to carry razor blades underneath my tongue because there were girls in my neighborhood that wanted to jump me. And it was like, I was like kind of brave. So I would still go outside, and I wouldn't let nobody bully me. So I would still go outside by myself. So to protect myself, I would have carried razor blades. No, I would not carry razor blades right now to answer your question, because I feel like I don't have to. I'm not, you couldn't pay me to fight. I'm sorry. Like, if you putting up some in millions, then we could probably talk. But I'm not fighting. It's just so unladylike, and it's just not me. It takes so much energy out of me to fight. I could just talk it out. Nothing is worth fighting for, unless you hit me and I'm just gonna slap you. Because I believe in self-defense. I'm sorry. I won't even let nobody get that close to me, because I'm still like, respect my personal space. Because that fighter is still in me. Yes, I'm safe, but I ain't soft. Period. Okay, next question is, what made you start your own skincare products? So what made me start my own skincare products, because I've always been into beauty. I love makeup. I love everything about women. Like, I just love empowering women. And I feel like once you look good, you feel good. And it just brings about a newness in you. So, of course, instead of doing like the makeup part, like creating a makeup line, I feel like you have to start with the foundation, which is skin. Because if you don't have clear skin or healthy skin, your makeup is not going to look as good. It's not going to look as flawless. It's going to look trash. It's going to look like, it's just not going to be cute. It's not. So I really wanted to focus on skincare. And, you know, a lot of people have been complimenting my skin, and I kind of got well informed with skincare. I used to work at Sephora as well. So it's just like, you know what? People are always asking me to recommend them products to use on their skin. Why don't I create my own line, and I can pretty much gear them that way, like help them in that way, empower women in that way. So that is what motivated me to start my own skincare line. The next question is, I want to know a few things, but over dinner. Okay, that is not really a question, and no. Over dinner. I don't know. Oh, that was smooth, right? Next question is, what's your favorite type of style clothing? So the name Pretty, Primp, and Proper, I feel like kind of describes me, because that's why I gravitated towards the name so much, is because a lot of people like, oh, I like preppy, I like rock star, I like this, like especially in high school. And I felt like I fit into everything. Like, if I felt like being a rock star today, I would dress like a rock star. If I felt like being preppy today, I would dress preppy. If I felt like being sexy, I would put on some heels that day. So it's just like, I'm all over the place. Like, my style, I like to be comfortable, still sexy. It depends on what year you catch me in, or what mood you catch me in, or how my hair looking. So Pretty, Primp, and Proper, I feel like that's my style. But I do like graphic tees. I do like sneakers. But it's like this whole, I used to be a sneakerhead in high school, but this whole waiting in line and all these ticket stuff just made me like kind of turned off, because I can't even get the sneakers that I really want. But yeah, I like dressing up in heels as well. So I'm like, Primp and Proper, that's my style, my name. Next question is, when did you realize what your purpose is? So to be honest with you guys, I do feel like I do know that my purpose is to empower people, to use my voice, because I do notice my power of influence with my voice. And that's the most, and I'm not as confident in it. I'm like, it's like nothing. Like, I'd be kind of downplay my own self. So that's how I know that's my purpose, because sometimes it always works out like that. What you think is nothing, that's your gift. That's the gift God gave you. The thing that you downplay the most, or the thing that you're least confident in, or the thing that you're the most scared to walk in, that's usually your purpose. And that's how I know that's my purpose. So it's just me trying to be comfortable with it, and in the space, and knowing to own the space that I deserve to be here. My voice matters no matter where I am in life. My life experiences have taught me lessons that I can share with the world, to share with you, to help better yourself. And you don't have to go through all the stuff I went through, because girl, I'm gonna give you free game. I'm gonna give you the game. Ugh, I don't mean to call a life game, but sure, I be feeling like it. Okay, so next question is, favorite place to eat down south? Okay, I live in South Florida. That's another thing. I live in South Florida. I live in Pompano Beach, Florida. That's near Fort Lauderdale. Like, Kodak. Yeah, if you know him, whatever. My favorite place to eat. One of my favorite restaurants is Houston's on the water. And And right now I'm loving Victory because it's a vibe and the food is amazing, and that's down in Miami. I think, yeah. And I love Prime 112 too. But it's just like the little, let me see what food. Yeah, that's pretty much it off the top of my head. Next question is, what led you to transition into the person you are today? I just want to change. I got tired of living in cycles. I got tired of feeling bad about myself with certain things, especially with life experiences. I just got tired. And when you have that tiredness, it's just like where your soul or your spirit is grieving and you don't understand, and that's where depression starts to creep in, and you don't have no peace of mind, so you start to overthink. I am an overthinker naturally, so when we start thinking negative things, or you start replaying negative situations that happen to you over and over and over, that's not the way to live life. That's not what God intended us, how God intended us to live. So that is what kind of pushed me to keep going, because like I said, being a Christian, a Christ follower, I like to say that, following Jesus is not easy, because just because you change doesn't mean the people around you change. And if you're really trying to be like Christ, you have to love them in spite of, and you have to show them respect even if they don't respect you. And that's like the hardest part, because you're just like, I'm gonna give you the same energy, but that's not godly. That's not godly. And that's what's just like, I want to treat them how they treat me. But God is like, no. And that's what you need, the Holy Spirit to convict you with certain things. That's where the relationship with God comes in. So, and I always wanted to be a better person. I just really didn't want to hold people in my heart, because that was just too much of a burden to carry. And I wanted to change. I just wanted change so much, because I knew it was more to life. And in order for me to get to where I needed to be, I know I had to change myself. Something in me just craved change, and I know that was put in me by God, because no one in my household is saved. So I'm the first. So I just know God has purpose for my life, being that I am the first to walk this walk. And that it wasn't taught to me. I didn't really have guidance. So I'm just going day by day, learning about myself and learning about God and who God says I am. Next question is, what makes you passionate about God? Just how far I've come, and the work that He's done on my heart, and how He continues to love me in spite of my ratchet ways. Because I'm not perfect, but I strive to be like Christ, and how He wants me to be, how He intends for my life to be. And it's just so, but that's what makes me so passionate about it. Like, when you get in a place of worship and building your relationship with God, it's like your boyfriend. When you start spending more time with Him, or building that relationship, trying to cultivate that relationship, you begin to be more passionate for that person. So that's the same relationship with God. Next question is, why isn't I love you normalized in our Haitian households / African Americans, etc.? I feel so. Growing up, I really didn't hear the word much, but as I got older, I started to hear it. So I don't know if my parents took a class, or maybe they watched something on TV that made them more open to saying the word. And some people do. Some people need those words of affirmation to show them, or let them know that you love them, if that is your love language. And I feel as though parents in the African American community or in the Haitian culture don't verbalize it, is because it wasn't taught to them. So how they show you that they love you is by providing for you clothing, shelter, food. That's how they show you they love you, by acting on it. So the act of service is their love language, because that's what was taught to them. And I don't think they understand culturally that everybody else has a different love language. So how you treat this child is not how this child would appreciate to be treated. But they're not well informed about those things, so you can't even hold that against them. And that's where the relationship with God comes in, because you can't expect people to be like how you want them to be, because they're gonna always disappoint you. I'm sorry. People have their own story, their own life experiences that make them out to be who they are. And sometimes they are not so clear on reality or how things should be or how things should work or how you should treat me. And it's just like, either you're going to verbalize it to them like, well, I want you to say this more. I think you should say it more. Or you just start showing them, and eventually it'll break the ice. If you just start saying, I love you. I love you. Eventually that person, if they love you back wholeheartedly, they're going to end up saying it back. It may take a couple years, but they're going to end up saying it back. I'm sorry. It's just, you put out what you get. Like, you get what you put out. So eventually that is just going to break something. It's going to break the ice. So, yeah. What other questions I have? What is your middle name? So my middle name, I don't really like my middle name, but I do have it in my Instagram bio because I didn't want to put my last name. It's Elaine. No one calls me that unless somebody wants to bother me or get on my nerves, or try to be funny. What's your favorite drink? Water. Water is my favorite drink. I do like lemonade occasionally. Yeah, water. Have you participated in any sports? No, I'm not athletic at all. My favorite book to date right now is between Silver Sparrow and American Marriage. They're by the same author. I love those two books. It's just life-changing and very, it had me thinking and had me crying too. So, share your favorite subject in high school. Lunch. Favorite song at the moment. I don't think I have a favorite song, to be honest. What are your best characteristics? I think that I'm open to talk to. I make people feel comfortable talking to me and trusting me with what they're saying, to know that it's only going to be with me. I feel like I take pride in that people trust me with, I don't even know if it's their secrets or like their feelings. You trust me with your feelings. I take honor in that. Because it takes a lot for people to just open up, and people open up to me all the time and they probably just met me. What is your biggest accomplishment? You know, I always talk about this, giving yourself a pat on the back, because I don't really do that enough. Because I feel like I always need to reach the next thing, or, you know. But my biggest accomplishment to date is, I think, just going hard for my business, launching a skincare line, launching another business. I think that's my biggest accomplishment to date. Am I a dog person or a cat person? Definitely, I'm scared of cats. That's one thing you should learn about me. I'm scared of crap about, like, I cannot stand cats. I don't like anything about them. Don't want to pet it. No. I'm a dog person. Definitely a dog person. I don't own a dog right now, but I'm definitely a dog person over a cat person in today. And you know, I'm currently, this is a promise ring, because I don't want you guys to think I'm married. I'm single. And this is a promise ring I bought for myself for my 30th birthday, to not subtle, you know. And it has a lot of other promises, but you know, that's for myself to know. But yeah, definitely a physical, I just needed something physical that will always remind me of the promise that I made to myself. So I think that's about it. That's all the questions I have for today. I really don't like talking about myself. I don't know what else you guys want to know. Okay. But until next time, thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any more questions, don't feel free to comment below. I'm open, you know, you guys. I'm open, child. I'm open. Or whatever. But thank you. Love you guys. Welcome to the fam. Bye, you guys.